Good morning from Hollywood Studios. Today is the first day for Disney World's new Lightning Lane system. And what better park to test this new system than in our favorite park, Hollywood Studios. We are scanned in and ready to go. It is now 9:51 in the morning. Our first Lightning Lane is for Slinky Dog Dash. That's at 10:20. But the secret is that you can actually go there 5 minutes before. So we could start scanning into that ride at 10:15, and that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to try to do as much as I can using only the Lightning Lane service, but we'll see how our day goes. In a perfect world, if you were trying to have the perfect day here at Hollywood Studios, you would get here at Rope Drop. Combine that with Lightning Lane Multipass, and that would definitely be the most efficient way to get through everything in your day. So we still have about 20 minutes before we can scan into Slinky Dog. I want to see what Mickey and Minnie's Railway is before I make the decision to go straight to Toy Story. Never mind on that, it's a 60-minute wait. I think we're better off just walking to Toy Story. Now this morning I was able to get on the app right at 7 in the morning, and I'll show you here. I'll go ahead and do a screen recording of what my setup looks like. Today was the first day, so normally you're able to start making these reservations 3 days ahead of time if you just have a park reservation, or 7 days ahead of time if you're staying at a resort. If you're staying at a deluxe resort, you can start making these reservations and start buying your Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, your Lightning Lane Single Pass 14 days in advance. But today it was available to everybody at 7 a.m. so it was kind of fair game. I kind of like it that way. Okay, so this is what our day looks like so far. This is what I was able to reserve this morning. I went ahead and purchased the Lightning Lane Multi-Pass for Hollywood Studios. That was $25 today. And I also purchased a Lightning Lane Single Pass for Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. So my earliest time that I got was for, oh, I got scared there. I almost thought that they changed my Slinky Dog time. The earliest time that I got was for Slinky Dog Dash at 10:20 in the morning. Then I have one for Toy Story Mania at 11:20. And then Alien Swirling Saucers at 11:50. And Star Wars Rise of the Resistance at 12:15. So for Slinky Dog Dash, you have to scan twice through the queue before you can sign up for another Lightning Lane. That's my goal. That's why I was so happy to get that the earliest out of all my Lightning Lanes, is because that is considered a Tier 1 ride. A Tier 1 ride here at Hollywood Studios is Slinky Dog Dash, Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster, Hollywood Tower of Terror, and Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run. And you can only reserve one at a time. Every other ride, you can reserve two more. So for a total of three. Total of 3 rides that you can reserve at one time. So I have to scan in through Slinky Dog twice before I can sign up for hopefully Tower of Terror, Smugglers Run, or Aerosmith. I'm looking to do Smugglers Run, or maybe Mickey and Minnie's Railway. We'll see. I also have a park reservation for Epcot tomorrow. I wanted to make another video on using the Lightning Lane Multi-Pass system for that park as well. So I went ahead and took advantage this morning and signed up for my first Lightning Lanes there too. Only thing I'm not yet certain of is how it's going to work with the hotel guests having 14 days ahead to reserve all these Lightning Lanes. Is there going to be anything left for regular park goers that can only do it 3 days ahead of time? We'll see. So it's 10:12 right now, and I'm thinking in hindsight, it might have been a better idea to just go ahead and get on something else, even if it was an hour-long wait, like Mickey and Minnie's Railway, and then come at the tail end of my time for Slinky Dog, just because my next ride after that isn't due to 11:20. However, I do want to be able to choose another Tier 1 ride as soon as I can. So that's why I'm going to stick around and wait for Slinky Dog. That way I can see what other Tier 1 ride I can get on the Lightning Lane Multi-Pass, which I paid for. That brings me back to my old marching band days. Yes, I was in the drum line. Okay, here we go. So at 10:15 we scanned in. It's 10:16, so it's about a minute later. We're already to the second scanning spot, which means that we'll probably be riding within 10 minutes. Not too bad for an 80-minute standby wait. All right, it's 10:24, about to be 10:25, and our vehicle's approaching. Only a 10-minute wait, not too bad. We just got off Slinky Dog Dash. After we scanned twice, I went ahead and tried to get another Tier 1 ride. I was able to book a 1:30 Mickey and Minnie's Railway. So our next lightning lane isn't till 11:20 in the morning. It's now 10:30. Our next lightning lane is Toy Story Mania. So we are going to be doing a little bit of zigzagging today. Galaxy's Edge is right next to Toy Story Land. So we're going to go ahead and go on Millennium Falcon's Smugglers Run and then come back to Toy Story Land. Now this is the one thing is that whenever you are using lightning lane, you're not going to be able to, you may not be able to do everything, all the rides in order in terms of walking path. So you might be doing a lot of back and forth and zigzagging in the park. Just be prepared for that. But the good thing is a lot less waiting in the lines. We only waited 10 minutes to ride Slinky Dog, and that was an 80-minute standby wait time. And yeah, and that ride will be at least 60 minutes all day. Cool thing about Smugglers Run is that it does have a single rider line. So if the wait time is too long, we can always go single rider. Although my family does not prefer to do single rider, because when you wait on standby, you get to choose your job. And my sons, one of them likes being a pilot, the other one likes being a gunner. Nobody likes being an engineer. At the very least, it's very shaky back there, especially if you have somebody who can't drive. So I think we're gonna wait on standby. It's a 40-minute wait, not too bad, we have time. Just entered the queue at 10:34 a.m. Like always, let's see how long we actually have to wait.
The planet Gorelia. You will be intercepting.
Not sure if you can see it, but now it's 11:04.
Gunners, you clear the path.
So we waited.
Line up behind the train.
So we waited 30 minutes. Not too bad.
Good.
So we just got off Smugglers Run, and now it's time to head back over to Toy Story Land. At 11:20, we have a lightning lane for Toy Story Mania. Although we are zigzagging, what's good is that our next two are here in Toy Story Land. And then we have our lightning lane single pass over back at Galaxy's Edge for Rise of the Resistance. And then we also have a Mickey and Minnie's Railway at around 1:15. So after this, it should be back to back rides. We shouldn't have to wait too much in between. It is now 11:26. We just entered the queue. They just announced that Toy Story Mania is operating at a limited capacity, which means we might have to wait a little bit longer, even though this is lightning lane. Let's hang out and see what happens. So at this point of the day, Rock and Roller Coaster is gone. Also, Tower of Terror is gone. I can't even select those, even if I had the opportunity to select another Tier 1 ride for my... So I have to stop the video here because I keep calling Tower of Terror a Tier 1 ride, and it is not. It's actually a Tier 2 ride. And in my own... I was so nervous and excited to make this video today, and I thought I had everything set up in my head, and I just assumed that Tower of Terror was a Tier 1 ride. It's one of the best rides in the park. I'm glad it is a Tier 2 because it'll give you an opportunity to pick it as one of your first choices, along with a Slinky Dog Dash or a Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run. So that was my mistake. I'm so sorry about the misinformation, and I just wanted to clarify. Hollywood Tower of Terror is not a Tier 1 ride. It is a Tier 2 ride. So you're good to go. My Lightning Lane multi-pass. So today I was able to get onto 2 Tier 1 rides, Slinky Dog Dash, and I also have one for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And that's really with everybody competing for those spots today at 7 in the morning. I can't imagine that moving forward in the future that there will be anything good for anybody who just has a park reservation day, meaning they're not staying in any of the resorts, because the resort guests are going to have, some of them are going to have 14 days ahead of time, the deluxe resort guests, and then the other resort guests will have 7 days ahead of time to pick out these lightning lanes. So I don't know about it. So Toy Story Mania is operating at a very limited capacity. That line was not moving. So we decided to get off the line after waiting on it for about 20 minutes. And then
I just carried on living my life.
Next up is Alien Swirling Saucers. It's now 11:52 and we're pretty close. I say we're gonna wait about 10 minutes to ride. And just so you know, standby wait time for Alien Swirling Saucers was 45 minutes, so that'll save us a bunch of time. After this, we have a 12:15 all the way at Rise of the Resistance at Galaxy's Edge. And then after that, we have Mickey and Minnie's Railway at 1:30. So we should be able to go back to back to back, but we'll see. It all depends on how long we have to wait in each line. All right, just got off Alien Swirling Saucers. We had to wait less than 10 minutes for that one. So now on to Rise of the Resistance. It's now 12:04. We have a 12:15 rise. So by the time we walk over there, it'll be ready. It is now 12:16. And we are just entering the queue. Let's see how long we actually have to wait. It is now 12:18. And we are already at the point where Lightning Lane meets the standby line, which is right before the pre-show. So we waited 2 minutes. Just got off Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. That's always such a fun ride. We only had to wait 2 minutes in that line before we made it to the pre-show, so it's pretty much a walk-on. It's now 12:42. I don't have another Lightning Lane scheduled until 1:30, which is Mickey and Minnie's Railway. Right now, I can probably walk on into Star Tours. Let's see what that standby time is. So Star Tours is only a 15-minute wait. That's not too bad. It's now 12:45, so we should get on around 1 o'clock. We'll see. All right, we just got off Star Tours. Next up is Mickey and Minnie's Railway. We do have a Lightning Lane for that at 1:30. It is now 1:15, so we just have to wait 10 more minutes and we can start scanning in. We ended up only having to wait 20 minutes on Star Tours, which is a little bit longer than it's posted 15 minutes, but that's okay. It's not too bad. It was a nice little filler ride for our, you know, to fill in the time that we had before Mickey and Minnie's Railway. Located here at the Chinese Theater, Mickey and Minnie's Railway is a standby wait time of 45 minutes right now. It's about to be 1:25. We're about to scan in. Let's see how long we have to wait. 1:37 and we're getting on the ride. About a 12-minute wait. Not too bad. All right, we just got off Mickey and Minnie's Railway. That was fun. We only had to wait 12 minutes to get on that ride. So we got here at 10 in the morning and it is now 1:45. So it's been 3 hours and 45 minutes. Altogether, we've ridden Slinky Dog Dash, Alien Swirling Saucers, Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Also, we did Star Tours. We did Star Tours, and we were in line for Toy Story Mania. So altogether, 7 rides in 3 hours and 45 minutes at one of Disney World's most busiest parks. I'd say it's not too bad. Now, in my personal opinion, this coupled with coming early or staying all the way to the end of the night would be perfect for you to be able to do a lot more than just rides, but you'll definitely be able to get all the rides done. And just so you know, obviously those tier 1 rides like Mickey and Minnie's, Rock and Roller Coaster, Slinky Dog Dash, you're not going to be able to get all of them on a Lightning Lane in one day. So I was able to get 2 today. That's it. Other than that, you're probably going to be waiting in line for the rest of them. Now, one thing that we do have to see is today was the first day. So everybody pretty much had a fair chance to get it at 7 in the morning. From now on, those with reservations to a Disney World resort have a really big advantage. If you are a resort guest, you can start buying your Lightning Lanes 7 days ahead of time.
All right, you guys.
And if you are a deluxe resort guest, you get to start reserving your Lightning Lanes 14 days in advance for your trip. Not only that, but let's say you have like a 4-day vacation plan. So that's 14 days before that first day. You can start buying lightning lanes for your whole trip, for all 4 of those days. So if you're a deluxe resort guest especially, congratulations, you have a huge advantage. If you're not, if you just have a regular park reservation, like most annual pass holders will, then I think you're gonna be out of luck, because we can only go 3 days ahead of the whatever reservation that we have. Like if we have a regular park reservation and we're not staying at a resort, then we only have 3 days ahead of that day in order to purchase lightning lane. So overall, I think this is good for a resort guest, because and then that morning they don't have to wake up early to reserve anything. But for non-resort guests, I don't think this is good at all. Luckily, if you've been following me and you see my other videos, you've seen that you really don't need lightning lane to have the best day at any of these parks. It really is just a plus. And it can be pricey depending on how many people are in your family or your group or your party. So while I personally would never purchase this again for me and my family, I might if I have some extended family that's visiting and that they never visited the park before. But that's even if it's even available for us to do it, unless we were staying at a deluxe resort. So yeah, overall I am kind of conflicted on whether or not this new Disney World lightning lane multi-pass or single pass is worth it. Obviously, if you can afford it and if there's anything left for you to do, then yeah, sure, you're gonna get a lot more done. Either way, let me know what you think in the comments below. Tomorrow we do Epcot, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that. For more fun theme park videos and tips and tricks, click above my head. And as always, until next time, keep maximizing your fun.